Are you a pre-PA trying to decide which PA programs to apply to? Or are you a student that's recently been accepted into more than one program? In this video, I'll be discussing 6 considerations to help you make the best choice when choosing between PA programs. We're going to be talking about accreditation status, PANCE pass rate, cost, program length, the location, and the unique opportunities each program may offer. And I've ranked these in order of importance to me, so stick around to find out why. Feliz Navidad, plebes. My name is Mario Navarro. I'm the Mexican PA. Welcome back to the channel. I'm a second-year PA student at UC Davis in Sacramento, California. If you find this type of content helpful, be sure to hit that like button below and consider subscribing so we can help the channel grow and reach more pre-PAs. Animo, plebes. Let's get right into it. Number 1, accreditation status. The first thing you want to consider is if the PA program is accredited. This is important because being accredited is the official stamp of approval from the ARC-PA, which stands for the Accreditation Review Commission on Education for Physician Assistants. Having this means your PA program meets national standards in the educational experience they provide. There are different types of accreditation statuses that you should be aware of. I want to focus on some of them today. The first is accreditation continued, which is what I highly recommend you look for. This means the program has met all of the requirements set forth by the ARC-PA and they've shown to consistently produce students that pass the PANCE after graduating. The PANCE is our national board exam. The second is accreditation provisional, which is still the same stamp of approval from the ARC-PA, but it's used in the setting of a brand new PA program that's seeking a full accreditation status. These are programs that have met requirements on paper in regards to their planning and curriculum once they accept students, but they don't have a track record yet of successfully producing PA students, again, because they're new. Speaking from my own experience, I was initially accepted into a brand new PA program in Southern California that had this provisional status. A few weeks later, I was accepted into UC Davis, which had the continued accreditation status. If you have to choose like I did, I would recommend you choose continued over provisional. Unfortunately, although highly unlikely, provisional programs are a riskier option because if they fail to achieve their full accreditation status, you may be screwed over from being able to finish the program or even sit for the PANCE. If you want to read up on a real example of this, go ahead and Google the Leonore Ryan PA program loses their accreditation, and I'll be sure to attach a link to an article below. That being said, if you only get into a provisional program, first, don't be alarmed. I know what I just said sounds scary, but you should seriously consider going to that program, especially if that's the only program you've gotten into. The risk of a new PA program failing is low, but not zero. A good sign to look for if you're considering a PA program with provisional accreditation is to look at the track record of the directors and faculty that are involved in starting that program. Ask yourself things like, do they have previous experience starting successful PA programs at other institutions? The Point Loma Nazarene University PA program, which is located in San Diego, California, is a perfect example of this. Their first inaugural cohort started in 2021 under the direction of Dr. Dana Stanhope, who founded successful PA programs at Quinnipiac University and Samuel Merritt University. The 4 other accreditation statuses are administrative probation, withheld, and withdrawn. For programs on administrative probation, still consider them, but proceed with caution. This means that this program probably failed to submit some sort of paperwork or failed on some administrative requirement from the ARC-PA. And lastly, programs on actual straight-up probation. This means, and you'll see it here, the capability of the program to provide an acceptable educational experience for its students is threatened. Again, proceed with caution. You can consider these programs on probation, but make sure they provide you with a good enough explanation and a clear plan to mitigate the issues that are wrong with their program. Number 2, PANCE pass rates. The PANCE is our national board exam taken typically within the first few weeks after matriculating or graduating from a PA program. Schools usually have an exam performance summary of their last few cohorts available online. This report will show you things like the percentage of PA students that pass the PANCE after graduating. In general, you're going to want to look for programs that have an overall PANCE pass rate greater than 90%. One thing to keep in mind though, and just from my own observation, this isn't like any research I've done, it's just anecdotal observation. Accredited programs with pass rates lower than 90% are either typically programs with potentially more diversity or are accepting students with lower GPAs. This means the program is taking on students that may not be the strongest test takers, but this doesn't mean the program sucks, so keep that in mind. Number 3, cost. So the average cost to attend a PA program in the US is around $100,000. The cheapest program I was able to find, and if you find a cheaper one, please let me know in the comments below, is at the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Medicine. Their total tuition for out-of-state students is approximately $90,000. And the most expensive PA program in the US costs an affordable $200,398, and that title goes to my Trojans down south at the University of Southern California. I wish I could say that UC Davis, which is, a public institution, a public school, is significantly cheaper, but it's not. Our total cost is approximately $150,000, placing us just a few places behind USC. And note, the numbers I just mentioned do not include things like cost of living or transportation expenses, so the true cost may be higher. That being said, try to pick the cheapest school. If you get into an accredited program that is, $100,000 and you get into a school that's $200,000, I'll be the first to tell you that going to a more expensive or prestigious program does not mean it's potentially worth that additional debt. In my opinion, studying and understanding the material is a personal responsibility. We're responsible for our own education, so if you keep that in mind, you'll do well wherever you go. Number 4, program length. So some programs like UC Davis are 27 months straight with no huge breaks in between. Other programs like Stanford and USC are around 33 months and have some summers off. My recommendation is that you choose the shortest PA program that will allow you to sit for the PANCE exam as soon as possible. Think about it this way. Every additional month that you're in PA school is another month that you're not working as a PA. Also keep in mind, most programs start in the fall, but there are some programs that may start in January. If you get into a program that starts sooner, seriously consider potentially going to that program. Number 5, location. So I have 2 comments on this. If you see yourself practicing in a certain area or state that you want to live in, try to get into the PA programs in that area. Doing so almost guarantees that you will receive at least one job offer in that area while you're in PA school. Our clinical rotations during, our program are not just training opportunities, but networking opportunities that can turn into legit job offers. Secondly, as a Latino, I know how important our family is. I also know how difficult setting up healthy boundaries can be. If you see yourself benefiting from staying near your family, seriously consider a program that will keep them close. Having your mom drop off food or tamales or whatever during finals week is an academic advantage that should not be neglected. On the other hand, if you feel like your family struggles to respect your boundaries or needs, choosing a program that's potentially farther away might be beneficial for your focus and mental well-being. It's different for every individual, but something you should consider. Number 6, y nos vamos, the unique opportunities each PA program may offer. There are 300 accredited PA programs around the country, and each one offers their own unique opportunities to their students. For example, a unique part about the UC Davis PA program that I really enjoyed was our student-run clinics. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this post. This is Brian and I at Clinica Tepati. As first-year PA students, you get the opportunity to join one of 13 student-run clinics and serve as a professional student provider during the didactic year. This means seeing real patients with real health and social issues within the first months of PA school. As for the actual clinical year, there's programs out there that offer elective rotations. This means you can request to potentially rotate in a specialty of your interest, something like interventional radiology or plastic surgery or dermatology. Essentially rotations that aren't part of the core rotations like emergency medicine or family medicine. Another thing to consider is that some programs offer dual degrees, like Touro University in California, which offers a dual master's program. They allow you to obtain 2 master's degrees, one in your PA studies and another in public health. It's something to consider if you like public health and writing a bunch of papers. And that's all I got for this video. Let me know what PA program you're considering in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Animo plebes y feliz Navidad y prospero año nuevo. If you want to watch other videos, click here. No one says subscribe. ¿Verdad? ¿Listo? I don't know. Hey. Merry Christmas, plebes.